is when it tweets it as well?
Mm-hmm.
Or you do that separately?
So this is the pre-show. Just hanging. Waiting for Pat.
Waiting for Pat.
Chatting with the Flama.
Oh, is there anybody in the room? No. Oh, is this record? Oh, it is.
This is live, baby.
Live? Oh, fuck.
Live.
Let's do a retweet. Oh, I heard myself. That's awkward. Oh, I retweeted you. Huh? Let me go to my actual page. The downside of having multiple social media accounts on one app is wait, you have to triple check that you're not tweeting or liking or posting things that under the correct pseudonym.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, you're gonna have 2 retweets.
I have returned.
Hello.
What's up? We are broadcasting live. Just in case anyone's in the room.
Okay, that's cool. I'm high as hell.
Nice. Did it work that fast?
A bong.
Yeah, I believe it does, because let's reflect. Let's have a nice jog down memory lane of how fast Pat got toasty at All In.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we definitely will. And you'll be surprised that I am drinking a LaCroix.
What?
Yes,
wait a minute.
I know.
That is I'm glad my influence after 29 episodes have finally planted the proper.
Please don't trust me. I'm only drinking it because it's an alternative to soda or pop. I'm trying to kick the pop, so I try LaCroix. We will see how it goes.
Yeah, you know what? Sometimes you just need the little fuzzies. That's the little fuzzy shit, the carbonation. That's how. I mean, I actually got into it because of the alcohol element and not adding that liquid sugar into, making me feel like shit. So, it does help with getting some type of texture. So maybe I might grow on you. LaCroix.
Yeah. We'll see how it goes. I'm definitely.
If all of a sudden I hear you puking and spitting, I'll know why.
Yeah, I'll see in a minute. I'm gonna crack it open once everyone, says what they're drinking. I hit up Q again. I told him we are waiting, and I don't know where he's at. Let me see. If he's not here in 5 minutes, we can just go. I'm looking on Xbox. He's not on Xbox, so let me turn on the PlayStation. Might be on there. Here we go.
Oh, Pat, you remember? So I don't know if you remember that bumper that guy from WrestleZone.
Right. Yeah.
Is there? So were you able to access it from the Google Drive, or did you see?
I would check again and make. Thank you for reminding me, because I would have completely forgot.
Yeah, that's amazing too.
I would have completely forgot about it. Let's see. I'm dumb. I'm using the Xbox controller trying to control the PlayStation shit. All right, let's see.
Oh, you don't have a cross-play controllers?
No.
Does that exist?
No.
Oh, okay. You said that so confidently. It made me think I was in the wrong.
No. And he is currently not on PlayStation as well. He was playing Spider-Man earlier. What the fuck? Okay, well,
we'll start it up, and if he jumps in, if he texts you anything, just
tell him to jump in.
Shoot me a message on this thing, and let me know to invite him. Cool. And you see, I added Hell in a Cell at the bottom. We can just speed through Raw and SmackDown since none of us watched it, but I'm hoping Q gets on so he can do those. I'm sure he watched them. So, all right. So we'll do the intro. Then I want to talk about Blackout Mode real quick and Spider-Man real quick, and then 5 minutes, no more, and then we'll pop these drinks open. Or actually, you know what? Do it reverse. Danielle, introduce the drinks.
Okay.
Do
Give us the
reverse.
fab. We can start drinking, and then instead of asking what's up with New Japan, be like, hey, you guys, what you been doing before we get into wrestling? You guys been playing some games, huh?
Okay. I like that idea.
All
okay,
right.
so Pat, you introduce, and then we're going to talk about drinks, and then we're talking about games, okay?
Yeah. All right. Everybody be quiet and let the Patty Watty talk.
Wow. Also, we're starting. Everything's good.
Yeah.
Good? All right. Episode 29. I am Patrick, alongside La Flama Blanca and Black Market Ivan. Val is somewhere in hell, and that's the only information that I got. So, we might have a special guest. We might not. Black people. They arrive on their own time. So,
Hey, you said it. We didn't say anything over here.
Yeah. So, how are you doing this weekend? I'm going to start with La Flama Blanca because ladies first.
Oh, gracias, mi amor. All is well. And before we find out about you fellas, I'm going to grace you with a little alcohol/wine fact. And pretty much, I thought this was very fascinating, as I do all of my facts. Did you know that research shows white wines keep lung tissues healthy?
Never knew that until now.
I just found that out about 6 hours ago. So,
but I don't like white wine.
You know what? It has a time.
Like black wine.
Yeah.
It has its place. They're more considered sweeter wines / daytime wines / summertime wines / the stereotypical white girl wines. Not me, because I prefer reds, which is what
barefoot like white girl wine.
Pretty much,
box
wine. Boxed wine. But I'm a red blend kind of gal, and today I am drinking a beautiful blend called Troublemaker. And that is inspired by NXT. And if y'all watch NXT, it's a tribute to that. But how about you, Black Market Ivan? What are you about to crack open?
So I think my official drink of this show is going to be a shot of Maker's Mark whiskey and a glass of Guinness. I was going to say a pint, but it's not a pint. It's a 12 ounce. But once again, that is how it's done in the Irish pubs. Is you get a shot of whiskey and I don't think it's a pint. Yeah, it's definitely not a pint, but a glass of Guinness, something foamy, a dark stout, and you alternate sips. And it's great. It's awesome. The last time,
interesting.
Yeah, it's really good, man. The different textures and one complements the other very well. So I'm gonna pop open that nitrogen infused Guinness.
Wait, you mean crack? You're gonna crack it open.
What did I say?
You said pop. That's what I do.
Oh my god, I'm gonna crack it open. Here we go. Oh, you heard that? And then here we go.
Yeah, that was a nice crack.
Oh, listen to that pour.
Pat, the white cream is just.
I don't know what type of podcast we're running now.
Well, what about you, Mr. Patrick Pryor? What are you cracking or popping this evening?
Besides my back, you would be surprised. I am drinking a LaCroix. And I know, I've been giving it shit for about 29 episodes, but I'm going to give in and see what it's about. It is the natural passion fruit flavor.
Okay.
Something different,
Some little citrusy for the taste buds. Okay.
Yeah, so let me, as you guys would say, crack this bad boy open. Let's see.
Ooh, that is a nice crack.
This is my first time taking it. Like, literally, I bought a case of this. This is my first one. I haven't tried any, so this is my first time drinking it on air. Let's see.
Wait, are you going to pour it, or are you just going to drink it from the can?
I just drunk it from the can.
Oh gosh, that sounds like a miserable taste.
Okay.
Wait. Okay.
Right.
I'm gonna give you guys a what do you chaser? Okay, ready? Listen, y'all. Listen.
You know, people are going to really start to think this show is about urination.
Well, hey, if it gets us likes, subscribes, and comments, I'm all for it.
Yes, indeedy.
This microphone, since we always do pours and cracks and pops right like on the microphone, it's probably like the condenser mic inside probably has so much liquor just dried up.
Oh man,
that's the filter. But
well, it couldn't be in our household if it didn't.
Yes,
true.
So Pat, real quick before we get into the wrestling news, I want to bring back my favorite segment that we have on occasion: 5 minutes of gaming. I'm gonna time it. We have 5 minutes to discuss gaming because a lot came out, and I think most of our fans, if not all of them, also are gamers. So I'm gonna hit 5 minutes on the dot.
Yeah, most neckbeards are gamers.
What you been playing? My fellow neckbeard?
Man, dude.
Oh my.
I mean, at this, you seen my beard. It's kind of out there.
Yeah, but you are well groomed, so I don't throw you in that category.
I have a Chiampa beard. Yeah, but Mr. Ivan, I am playing Spider-Man at the moment. I just bought the PS4 about 4 days ago.
Congrats.
And I have not been able to keep my hands off of Spider-Man. The game.
That's what you said? That's what he said? That's what they all say?
You haven't been able to keep your hands off Peter.
No, it would be Peter. It would
worse.
Totally be
Peter
just
Parker.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, but it's a
not his
beautiful
real
game.
person. Okay?
All right, tell us about the game.
Dude, it's so beautiful. It's probably the best looking game I've ever played. I really feel like Spider-Man when I'm swinging around New York. The map is huge. The storyline so far has been incredible, and I'm at a part in the game right now where I'm like shitting myself because I'm fighting like 4 people at the same time. So, yeah, it's a really good game. Definitely, if you have a PS4, please pick it up. Like it's really, really, really good. Like it's probably the best game I've played story wise, probably since Uncharted.
Wow. Well, did you ever play the Infamous games?
Yes, I did. I loved Second Son, I believe it was called. But yeah, this shit right here, this Spider-Man is definitely the one. Definitely worth the $60 that I paid for it.
Isn't there like a deluxe edition that's like more DLC or
it's $80, I believe it is. You get 3 more chapters, and I think you get like a couple more suits or something like that. Like nothing too crazy, but it's like 79 or $80.
Okay, nice. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna check it out, man. I picked up the Destiny 2 DLC. I haven't.
Oh man, my condolences.
I know. Well, I played Destiny 2 when it came out. I got the launch Destiny 2 PS4 Pro, and I played it, but then I haven't played DLC 1, 2, or 3, and I have it all. So I've just been playing that. So as soon as I'm done, I'll get Spider-Man. And then I did download the Call of Duty Blackout beta. Did you check that out?
I tried it out a little bit through the PS Share thing they have. A buddy of mine's had it, and I guess there's a thing on the PlayStation where you can share your controller or a game. So I played a little bit of it. I thought it was cool. I thought it's different, but it's cool. I like it. I enjoy it.
You know, it's like I was all over the multiplayer beta, and we got 1 minute and 45 seconds left. I was all over the multiplayer beta the 2 times they had it. I jumped onto this, and I said, hey, it's PUBG with better gameplay mechanics. It's Fortnite without the building. Yeah. And it's everything it should be. But I don't know. It feels soulless because they don't have the progression and leveling up and unlocks in the beta. Right, and that's why I play Call of Duty is I want to unlock stuff. I want to shoot a guy, and then even if I die, at least I shot him and I gained XP and I leveled up a little bit, you know. So the fact that it doesn't have it in the beta, it's understandable. It's okay, but it will be fun. I'm still going to play multiplayer more than Blackout when the time comes.
Yeah, and also while we're in this section, anyone got an Xbox? Forza 4 demo is in the store now, so play that. Just play it. This is a
Is your
beautiful game.
song? Is your song on there on the data?
I believe it is. I fired it up a little bit, and they do have the rap station on there that the song is on, but I didn't wait around to. It's not like I can select the song. I kind of gotta like wait for it to play in the demo. But I believe it's on there. But I would check again later tonight when I'm super stoned.
Well, guys, with 30 seconds left, make sure to check out Don't Rush with Rick Wilson, produced by Patrick Pryor and featuring Patrick Pryor on the Forza Horizon 4 soundtrack. How many people do you know that have a song on a freaking video game soundtrack? None of you, because you're all losers and neckbeards, but Pat's on it, and you should be happy that you're graced by his presence on this episode. So, guys, that was 5 minutes of gaming. Here's the alarm.
Ooh!
All right, guys, I'm going to take you off the couch. I'm going to put you on a plane, and we're going to go all the way to Japan, and we are going to discuss New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Jeez.
We alluded to this last week. They've got New Japan Pro Wrestling Road to Destruction, which is a multi-night, road to a pay-per-view coming up, with a lot of, smaller matches culminating at Road to Destruction. So this actually was today, this was yesterday. Maybe I wrote something wrong here, but this is the latest episode of Road to Destruction. And we've got a few matches here. First, we had, and as always, these nights usually start off with some young boys, with some young lions, some young talent facing off against established wrestlers. So, first we had Yota Tsuji versus Yuya Uemura, ending in a draw after a 10-minute time limit. Then we had Chase Owens and Yujiro Takahashi representing Bullet Club, defeating Ren Narita and Shota Umino. Shota Umino, guys, this is a guy to watch. This is a guy to watch. He's going to be the next big thing in New Japan. I think they're going to probably send him out on an excursion, and when he gets back, he'll be big. But Shota Umino, mark my words, he will be big. Then we had, he's good. Check him out, Pat. Check him out. Then we had Ayato Yoshida, David Finlay, Juice Robinson, and Michael Elgin.
Patrick.
I wasn't really going to. I was going to put in a sound bite. Fuck Mike Elgin. Fuck him.
Defeating Taiji Ishimori, Tonga Loa, Tama Tonga, and Bad Luck Fale of Bullet Club. And the Firing Squad. It's pretty interesting to see these four lose a match. I mean, they're like the hot thing right now. Tama Tonga talking trash to everybody, saying he's going to travel. He's traveling the world, trying to recruit for Bullet Club, expanding, conquering the world. So it's shocking to see them chalk up a loss. Then we had Gedo and Hiroki Goto defeating Taka Michinoku and Tai Chi. Awesome team. I mean, legendary, pairing. Taka's been he's just a solid performer, man. He's just a solid performer. Even more so now than in his WWE days. Then LIJ without their fallen soldier who's still recovering. Bushi, Sonata, Evil, and Tetsuya Naito defeated El Desperado, Yoshinobu Kanemaru, Takashi Iizuka, and Minoru Suzuki Capone, representing Suzuki-gun. Then we had Trent Beretta, Yoshihashi, Toru Yano, and Kazuchika Okada defeating Toa Henare, the returning Toa Henare from injury, Tomoaki Honma, Togi Makabe, and Hiroshi Tanahashi. Once again, I mean, just listen to the talent in that group. And then the Golden Lovers, Kota Ibushi and Kenny Omega, defeated Will Ospreay and Tomohiro Ishii. Anytime you put Omega and Ishii together, it is just a bloodbath. It is just a fist fest. And no, I'm not talking about that party I had last Saturday.
Oh, let's talk about fist fest, okay?
By the way,
oh my God,
2018.
By the way, maybe I've discussed this on this show. Have I ever talked about Midwest Fur Fest on this show?
You have. Well,
I think you have.
I believe you have. I'm pretty sure. How about we let the fans tell us?
Let us know. But the reason I ask is there was a Fellow fellow fan known only as M in the chat. Let me just look this up here.
Right now?
Earlier today, he showed me a headline. Check this out. Pat, first of all, Pat, do you know what a furry party is?
Oh gosh.
No,
I am interested in learning.
White?
It is something. It is definitely something white. It's so people who are furries. It's a pretty, it's a pretty noble thing. They say, listen, we identify as these other creatures. We are like one with nature. We are one with these animals. So like, if I identify as a wolf, I would wear a wolf costume head to toe, and people would know me as this wolf. Maybe I would have a different name, and you meet up with these people. It's kind of like a masquerade party type thing, but these people from the internet, maybe from gaming, whatever. And when you meet up, you're like, hey, that's Simon the Wolf. So anyways, check out this headline. Alabama man gets sister pregnant after unknowingly having sex with her during furry party.
Ick.
You know what? That sounds lit. Not the brother and sister.
That sounds lit. What?
Furry party, just unprotected.
Ew.
Barebackfurries.com.
That's just a
I'm
crazy.
gonna throw up my wine back into my wine bottle and then drink it again because I don't want to waste.
I'm trying to figure out. So what happened? Like they did it with the furry. Like
yes.
I guess what they had mask or
full body suits.
Full body suits.
Hole in it. Look it up, dude. There's unfortunately there's adult entertainment of furries as well. But Midwest Fur Fest is in November. I swear I'm not kidding. I thought about
SFOF
registering us.
meetup. Okay.
I thought about registering us, but we all wear like animal heads. Anyways, we'll think about it.
We'll figure it out. Yeah.
If you fans, if there's even one furry out there that hasn't turned off the show by now from my definition of a furry, let us know if you'd like to see us at Midwest Fur Fest in Chicago. We'll be there. I'll set up a freaking table, dude. I'm not gonna have any, unprotected intercourse with you in my furry costume. But, anyways, so that was New Japan Pro Wrestling. Furry road to furry destruction, and looks good. Looks good. I'm excited for the real deal. So this is what we're gonna do, guys. We're gonna take a strange detour here. Instead of going straight into Raw, we're actually gonna talk about the Mae Young Classic Episode 2, and our only female correspondent this evening is La Fama Blanca, and she watched this. I did not watch it. Pat, did you watch the Mae Young Classic Episode 2?
Unfortunately, no. I've been getting high all week and playing Spider-Man.
Web slanging.
Yeah, I've been slanging webs.
Been shooting white. Okay, just go ahead.
Goodness gracious. Okay. The Mae Young Classic Episode 2. We're still in round 1. And there's another week of round 1 just to prepare y'all on that. Okay. We started the night out with my girl, Marty's girl, for those who don't know what I'm talking about, Deonna Purrazzo defeating Priscilla Kelly.
Who that?
Priscilla Kelly is a Romanian gypsy because the commentary team just drilled that into the ground of her background, and she's 21-year-old gypsy who's been on My Gypsy Wedding novella shit. I don't know, but it was an all right match. When you compare the whole night of wrestling, it was unfortunately on the bottom of the list of performances, but the girl did what she could do. But of course, Deonna pulled out all of her moves. She whooped her ass and is proceeding to the next round. Then there was this little blip because you know how WWE does it. They show the main roster or NXT roster in the crowd supporting whatever tournament is happening. And Natalia is in the crowd, and fucking hell, Izzy is sitting or standing right behind her with her stupid ass Bailey jacket and her bow in her fucking hair.
Idiot.
Just ruining the shots of beautiful Natty's face, okay?
But it's going to be crazy when we're covering the Mae Young Classic like in 2022.
And that bitch ass is gonna be fucking there. I know. I'm dreading the day already. Well,
that's crazy.
Oh, there's more of that little asshole to come. Okay, so
wow.
We move on to the second match of the night, which is Siouxsie versus Ariel Monroe, which happened to be Cedric Alexander's wife. And they showed Cedric in the crowd with their little girl, which was she was pretty damn cute. But Siouxsie, I'm probably butchering her name. I wrote it phonetically in our docs because I didn't know how the hell to say it properly. And they both did a phenomenal match. If you watch anything from this past episode, it should be that match specifically. She pulled out this move, which they repeated it a couple times. It pretty much was a flip off the ropes to take out Ariel Monroe, but I don't know. Just check it out. It was awesome. But Siouxsie, she took the win on this match. And there was a little brief sad moment where the camera panned over to Cedric and their little girl, and the girl is crying in his lap, like bitter tears pouring down her cheeks. It was a touching moment because Mama lost, but
that's unfortunate.
It was. I honestly didn't expect that because, of course, they want to keep it all in the family with WWE. That I thought that they would have her win, but no, they gave it to this nice heel.
Was he like, surprise, mommy lost?
Oh my god, no. That's just
we're
gonna move on.
That's oh my god.
That's
what? It was highly, a surprise. I'm sure he thought
offensive. But we're gonna move on to.
I mean, most children think their parents are gonna win.
Oh,
that's true. So surprise.
That's true. I guess so. But okay, we move on to a interesting match, which this gal. I never watched Ninja Warrior challenges or that series, but she is the first woman to ever win or scale the wall or I don't know, something like that. I don't know. I don't want to reference it because I don't know anything about it, but her name is Casey Catanzaro. Does that sound right?
Catanzaro?
Yeah, that's how.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. Yeah.
It looks like it. So she, which is probably a whole 5 foot tall, about 100 pounds, if that, faced Reina Gonzalez, who is 6 foot tall and about 200 pounds. She ended up defeating her by just she's being little and just moving around and getting the pin, like a quick pin, pretty much. It was definitely a David and Goliath type of match, physically and the types of moves that they did. So, I mean, it was all right. It was what it was. But she will progress to the next round of the Mayon Classic. We'll see how she does. Good luck, Casey, because she's in for a treat if she gets paired up with anybody else. And then they closed out the night with a very, I would say my second favorite match of the evening. Some people will probably say it's the first, to each their own on that. And it was last year's top 4 runner-up, I believe. If not, she made it almost to the finals. Mercedes Martinez versus Ashley Rain, which is from Impact, I believe, or I don't know. Before Impact, was it TNA? I don't know she was. She is from that scene. If you guys are drawing a blank, just Google her face and you'll know exactly who she is.
Because I know there's a Madison Rain.
Well, maybe Ashley? Was that her?
No, that's the same person. You said what was her name?
Ashley Rain.
Yeah, that's Madison Rain. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Okay, I didn't know what her previous stage name was.
Yeah, Madison Rain is her Impact name, I suppose. And
okay, so it wasn't Impact because that's what I remember her from, but I didn't know if it was still Impact.
Yeah, she was, I think the knockout champion there, if I can recall. I think.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It definitely was a well built up main event for this type of tournament, if you want to say. But if you go off of what Val and I were talking about last week, where the commentary team gave away who the hell was going to win this match, they said jack about Ashley Rain. They were all about Mercedes Martinez, and I mean they should be. She's 18 years in the business or something like that. The gal has earned the clout to be talked about as much as she is. And it was a very good match. There was a couple moves that made me think, oh my God, somebody's going to break their neck. And if that can happen, then a round of applause for me anyways. Overall, pretty decent lineup of matches. We'll see what's to come with episode 3, round 1, with the final grouping of matches before we lead into the round 2, which the way I was looking at the brackets might be the semifinals. That's what it looks like. But overall, my favorite match was Siouxsie's, and then I'd follow it up with Deanna because I just have a crush on her and a soft spot for her. So, to each on that. The alcohol has hit my brain and my mouth because I can't. 38 minutes in. That's actually not too bad for me.
So, with Evolution coming up, is WWE as a whole, as a company, treating women's wrestling right? Based on this. Not based on what we're going to talk about later with Raw and SmackDown, but based on this, is WWE treating women's wrestling right? As a female, how do you feel?
I definitely am glad they are shedding light in a non-sexual premise with their way they're running the matches. I feel they're trying to present it equally as a male match, if you want to say it like that. It does still kind of annoy me that they have to specify female. Oh, here's the women's match, and then here's the match when it's a men's match. It could just say, hey, the next match is, these ladies coming up. You could still reference them as women.
I mean, I think I know that they say like the following is a women's division match, which that's at first, when I first heard that, I was like, okay, that's weird. But then they do say like the following is a cruiserweight division match, things like that. In terms of, I know this year, at least this year, I don't know if it was last year, but they did say like women's Money in the Bank ladder match and men's, as opposed to just saying,
oh, you're right, they
Money
did.
in the
You're
Bank
right. Okay,
and women. So that's at least that terminology is changing. But
true, I think they definitely are trying to. If from my perspective, and I know Val is missing from this piece because I know she definitely has something to say about this. If I speak for myself, I definitely feel WWE particularly is going off okay, we want to be politically correct and we want to embrace a women's evolution in the world, especially in the United States. But we also want to make sure we don't turn away our original fans. So they do this weird juggling act of, okay, here's our shows for this platform in the world that we're living in right now. But we want to make sure we don't shed too much light, that we're trying to embrace this change in society with still having some raunchy shit on their show and their programming and still having men dominate it. Not that that's a bad thing, on my opinion. It's not a bad thing, because that's what built up the company for what it is. It's just, they're just treading lightly. And I think for a company as big as they are and for all that they do, that's the best that they can do. So I don't think it's bad. If we digress back to the original question, they're not doing a bad job. They could do better, but they're all right.
Okay. Well, they are doing a bad job in terms of Raw and SmackDown, but we'll talk about that.
Holy shit. Yeah.
So, Pat, our special guest is not here at the moment, but I was hoping he would go over Raw and SmackDown.
Yeah, it's
but
great. You know what? You spoke him up. He just texted me. He said, "Hey, I'm on the way home now." And I'm like, "Holy shit! I thought you was at home already." So he's on his way home. So maybe he can do 205 live or something. I don't know, something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess I'll talk about shitty Raw, and I'm just gonna assume that it's shitty because I really didn't get to see it. I only saw one part, and it's something I don't get. So I'm assuming this happened at the beginning of the show with the Shield, and I guess they're calling themselves the Dogs of War.
Yep.
Oh, so now you have the Hounds of Justice and the Dogs of War, and the Puppy Pound, and the Big Dog,
and the furries.
Hey, the Puppy Pound is the best part of this. Puppy Pound wins overall.
All right, so I'm just going to assume that the Dogs of War, I think they were in the ring at the time, and maybe all the jobbers that were, well, not jobbers, but all the heels, they were out there as well. And the Shield returned with weapons, okay? Now, what I don't get about them returning with these weapons is because they were axe handles. You would think, hey, I should keep the blade on the axe. No, let me just take the blade off. I'm just going to use the handle. So they come out to the ring with axe handles. You might as well just give him a kendo stick. I don't know what happened with that. I'm pretty sure they made a match at the end of the night, which, yeah. Nikki Bella defeated Ruby Riott. Pretty sure it was a great match. Probably not. Big Show.
Man.
Big Show and
wait. Let's take a step back because we just talked about women's wrestling.
I know, and he just totally demolished that.
You're sure it was not good because of the Bella element, right?
Well, that's what I was getting at. And let me just make a disclaimer. Okay, I only said that because Brie had a couple botches last week. And it was very noticeable with the suicide dives.
Yes, falling on her fucking face, man.
Yeah. I'm assuming that Nikki didn't do that. I apologize for that. I have to be careful about that. I'm just saying that because I didn't see the match, but I mean, I guess it's something different. Nikki Bella, at least she wasn't fighting Sasha Banks, Ruby Riott. They done that to shit. Okay, so we had the Big Show, and I guess he's very involved with the Connor's Cure thing. I know he was involved in the Special Olympics thing, so pretty good. Like I said, Big Show, he's making that transition. I'm pretty sure he'll be in the Hall of Fame next year, or if not this year. So that's good stuff. That's probably one of the only things that WWE does that I really applaud them for. Like when it comes to like things like that, the Connors thing, that's pretty dope. Then we had AOP with Drake Maverick, which I still don't understand. Why? I don't know if it's a rib or not, but yeah, they defeated two jobbers. These are Ronnie Ace and Nathan Bradley, which are two guys that look like they just literally found them in the stands and said, "Hey, put this outfit on and wrestle." They got destroyed. Then I guess we had a Triple H Undertaker segment. Really don't give a shit about this match, to be honest. Only because we had what happened last week with Shawn Michaels, and they were kind of teasing that. So at this point, I really don't give a shit about a Triple H versus Undertaker one last time for the last time ever match. Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre, two of the Dogs of War, they defeated the B Team. And I'm pretty sure the B Team is pretty much done for as being taken serious, I guess. They're back to where they were. It's unfortunate. Ambrose and Seth Rollins attacked them after the match. Boo-hoo, whatever. Kevin Owens and Tyler Breeze. Now, I heard about this segment. I didn't see it, but I heard that Kevin Owens gave Tyler Breeze a vicious powerbomb to the apron, and you heard the impact. And it looked like Tyler Breeze was hurt, so hopefully he's not. Bobby Roode and Chad Gable defeat the Ascension, of course, so they're going to be fighting probably on the pre-show Hell in a Cell. Who cares? sucks because you know, the news came out today that Jason Jordan may not come back. So that's pretty upsetting, you know, for him to be what, 28, 29, and probably going to be a producer backstage.
Wait, why? Because of his injury?
Yeah, his neck seemed to be worser than what it was originally. So there's no timetable for him coming back because he was supposed to have been back by now. If we were, you know, going off of, you know, previous people that had neck injuries, you know, Stone Cold, Edge, Benoit, you know, people like those guys, they, you know, was gone for like 9 months and then came back, but it doesn't look like that for him, so that's really unfortunate. Ronda Rousey and Natalya defeated Alexa Bliss and Mickie James. I'm just ready to see Ronda and Alexa Bliss. Just I'm pretty sure they're fighting at Hell in a Cell.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I said, it'll be dope. I guess Mick Foley was added to the Hell in a Cell as
he's gonna be the
referee.
Yeah.
I would hope he's not in the match, but yeah. So
how is he even gonna count? I mean, how is he gonna tap? You know.
Well, I did see a picture of Mick Foley, and he looks in incredible shape. He's lost so much weight. And it's so funny because he's normally wearing the same shit that he always wear, and it looks so baggy on him. Like I know he just had a hip replacement not that long ago, so he was actually dancing in the ring, and I haven't seen. Yeah, like that was pretty funny. So I guess that's his way of saying, hey, you know, my hips are good. I can count. Then we had Finn Balor defeating Elias. I don't know what they're doing with Elias because he is one of the most over people in the WWE, and yet he's eating pins every fucking week or getting, you know, destroyed or whatever. Then we had a Roman Reigns Braun Strowman segment. Pretty much, I don't care. I'm a puppy pound guy, so he can do no wrong in my eyes. I guess I'll just go over the SmackDown shit. I guess, you know.
Do it.
You know what? Look, I'll take it off your hands. Because I watched the recap and I watched a few clips. So we had Jeff Hardy defeating Shinsuke Nakamura via DQ. Randy Orton came out, beat the hell out of him. Randy Orton's just coming out. He's just trolling Jeff Hardy at this point. He's not necessarily helping Shinsuke Nakamura, but he's just violating Jeff Hardy in every sense of the word. Then we had AJ Styles / Samoa Joe segment. Pretty much they're exchanging promos every week where Samoa Joe is saying like he even wrote a book this week called Night Night AJ. So he's just saying lots of creepy stuff about I'm gonna show up at your house. I'm gonna put you to sleep and I'm gonna run away with your wife and kids.
Damn,
it's like some DDP, Undertaker, and Sarah situation throwback, you know, from back in the day. Anyone who remembers that will you're officially old.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. So, but it's cool, you know. They don't. Here's the thing: they both are such a good promo, but they don't need it for this match. You know what I mean? Like I don't need a build up. I just want to see it because that's a great.
Yeah,
they can wrestle.
Amazing,
you know, it's like I don't need a Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn promo. Just wrestle. Like you're so good at with that the chemistry.
Same thing with Charlotte and Becky Lynch. I don't need a promo from them two. Just fuck it, put them in the ring and let them go.
Yeah. No, because if anything, if you do too much, it starts to take away from it. You know. Then you had Charlotte Flair defeating Sonya Deville. Afterwards, she's celebrating. She's happy. She's leaned against the barricade. Someone in the crowd clocks her and ends up being Becky Lynch in a like old lady witch outfit, which was pretty cool. So once again, Becky Lynch being the crazy angry heel, which I like this version of more than. I'm tired of the happy smiley baby face. It's just it's boring to me. It's just
bullshit.
Absolutely boring. Yeah,
it is bullshit.
Right? So this actually everyone should be so I'm gonna get extremely neckbeard right now, guys. So Pat, you guys are gonna be like, what the hell? So in tabletop gaming, tabletop gaming like Dungeons and Dragons and stuff like that, pretty much I think it originated with Dungeons and Dragons. It's called an alignment chart. So there are 9 squares, okay? And in the very middle is neutral. And I might get this a little wrong because it's been a few years since I saw it. It's neutral in the middle, right? Then on the left, you have neutral evil. And on the right, you have neutral good. And then in the upper row, you have chaotic evil, chaotic neutral, chaotic good. And at the bottom, like, I forgot what the other one is, but it's different shades of good and evil, right? Like Stone Cold Steve Austin was like chaotic neutral, you know, he wasn't really a bad guy. He wasn't really a good guy. He was an anti-hero, you know, but he just liked chaos. He just liked just whatever what the authority was doing, he wanted to do the opposite, whether it was good or bad. So that's, I think that's, they went, you know, everything else is in the modern era, right? Everything else is changing. Gender, race stereotypes, everything's changing. Body stereotypes, everything, except the good guy versus bad guy. And I understand it sells merch. You know, I understand it's easier for people to be like, yay, I like him and I don't like him because he's good and he's bad. I understand that. But the WWE and just the pro wrestling audience doesn't, with the exception of like Lucha Libre, you know, most of the wrestling audience doesn't want that. Like Bullet Club are not heels. They're not baby faces. It just depends on the situation, right? They're chaos. They're chaotic. So Becky Lynch, as long as they keep her in kind of that state of flux, like right in the middle, like she, you know, she gets the cheers from the audience, but she then beats the hell out of the champion. That's good. But the second you try to make her Bayley, and that's why Bayley failed miserably. The second you try to make her a Bayley, she's gonna fail. You know, so that's my tirade. So look up Dungeons and Dragons alignment chart. No, it'll make a lot more sense.
But you're absolutely right, though. Like, you know, and it would be totally different if WWE, like their merchandise, like if it was really good. Their shirts are ass. And unfortunately, Val buys most of them. Mm-hmm. But 80%
it's the only reason that website's still alive.
Yeah. I'm going to say 80% of their shirts are complete piss. Like I wouldn't wear it, you know. And this is coming from a guy that wants a Rest in Penis shirt. So
yeah, but it's technically made through Pro Wrestling Tees, which their quality of shirts,
quality, like
by far outweigh what WWE is pumping out.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, like you said, it's completely right. And you know, they dropped the ball so many times with you know, for example, Bayley. They could have been turned her heel and just, you know, had her stop wearing that stupid ponytail instead of the wiggly inflatable guy.
Yeah,
it should be like demons that pop up and just have this slow, eerie music. I don't know. Maybe I'm just high. I'm never mind.
She should leave her hair down and just come out wearing just like all black. Put her on the Riot Squad. Put her on the Riot Squad.
Ugh. Why? She'll get lost in the sauce.
Or make her super glamorous, you know, like literally give her a makeover and make it a storyline where she's like I don't want that.
No, but she like bites her lip way too much. She'll be eating all of that lipstick off of her. Okay. Like I just speaking from my profession, my daytime job, her makeup would be jacked up because of her fucking facial expressions throughout her segments.
I didn't think about the lipstick thing. Did you, Pat?
See, but that's why you have ladies on the show. I mean, it's a lady now, but ladies, you know, we're here to inform you guys about the other.
Yep, Danielle said it, not me.
And that's why she's got the Kristen Stewart in Twilight lip biting. Why do I know about Twilight? I don't know, Pat. Leave me alone. So that was Charlotte versus Sonya.
Twilight.
Then you had Rusev Day defeating the Bar to become the #1 contenders for the tag team championship.
This is pretty amazing, okay?
Yeah, at Hell in a Cell. Yeah. Now, that's great, okay? But #1, Rusev doesn't need a tag team title. He needs the, you know, world title. And what the hell happens with the Bar now? What happens with Sheamus and Cesaro?
They need to break up.
I
want to see Cesaro with a belt just by himself.
Or if you're gonna put him in a team, just team up with Cassius Ohno like they were in Ring of Honor.
Oh, put him on the right squad.
You know what? Oh, okay. We're gonna go back to that little comment you just made in my segment of NXT. So remind me, guys, if I forget. Keep going.
I'll try.
So that'll be a good match, but we will go over the Hell in a Cell preview tonight. Andrade Cien Almas defeated R-Truth. This is 2 weeks in a row where R-Truth is in the back half of the show, and is he experiencing a career resurgence?
Well, he said, I remember, I think it was 2 weeks ago, he brought up the fact that he likes to manipulate people into fighting so he can be on the main event of SmackDown or stuff like that. So he'll go to a person, like he did with the Carmella thing. No, not Carmella. Who was it? I forgot. He like tricked someone, and he was able to get into the main event of SmackDown by doing that. So that's kind of like his thing now. Like he goes and pretends that he's crazy, but it's actually a plan to be in the main event or somewhat near the main event, or at least be on the show. From what I'm getting,
like playing off people think he's crazy. Yeah, that's
right. Correct.
That's genius. That's genius.
Yeah, it's good.
Then the wet fart of the night.
Oh no! Why?
The swamp ass of the night.
Brie Bella, so gross.
Brie Bella defeated Maurice via DQ. Who the hell cares? And then Maurice is talking about I had a baby and I came back to competition.
Because she's in mommy mode.
Who the hell cares?
Mommy
I don't care about mommy mode.
They all
I don't care about yes mode shirts. I don't care.
Those are horrible.
Okay, can we just share to the fans the cringe and the hatred from our own little group when our beloved Val Capone posted about the yes mode shirt that went live on WWEshop.com? We all went bananas about how much we hated this concept. I just wanted to throw that in because Val's not here and she's going to have a day next week. And why not just stir the pot even more?
Once again, another horrible shirt from WWE. That's all I got to say.
So, Pat, bring us back into the light. 205 Live. What happens?
I'm just going to sit here and lie to you. Buddy Murphy defeated Brand Mantalik, which I'm pretty sure was a decent match. Mustafa Ali went over on a jobber named Michael Thompson. Don't know who this guy is, but I'm just happy Mustafa Ali is in WWE 2K19. His model looks amazing. Drew Gulak and Gentleman Jack Gallagher defeated Cedric Alexander and Tozawa. Wow, that's unfortunate. And Drew Gulak earns another WWE Cruiser Championship opportunity. And seems like I didn't miss much. So,
damn, ouch. The shade being thrown over. From
I'll get back on my shit next week. It's just Spider-Man's just been... It's been taking over my soul.
Well, you know what's been taking over my life lately?
What's that?
And I mean within the past 12 hours of the day.
Oh, what's that?
Been this past Wednesday's NXT.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Okay. Can you
hold on to your shirts, fellas?
I need to hold on to mine.
I'm going to blow them away. I can't think of anything clever because I'm intoxicated right now. So wish me luck. So WWE NXT from this September 12th episode started out with a tag team match between Oni Lorcan and Danny Burch versus the Brazilian duo of Cesar Bononi. I'm going to fuck up their names, okay? Bear with me, crowd. And Adrian Jaoud. Does that sound right?
Yeah.
Okay. You know what I really liked about this match? Is that our Brazilian duo was speaking Portuguese during the match.
Nice.
It's very nice. I enjoyed it. But Oni Lorcan and Danny Burch did win in this little lineup. We follow that with a moment of, let's just take a moment of silence for the fact that Ciampa does not have a quiet intro. They gave the man music. Okay.
That sucks.
Hold on, what?
Yes.
That was the best thing. Him walking to the ring silently was the greatest.
Okay, first of all, so that's the second. Oh, my dog is barking. Never mind.
Yoshi!
Let me go back to mute.
Put Yoshi on the phone.
Yoshi! I'll take you home. You can live with me and fuck with my cats all day long.
I'm glad you finished that sentence.
No, I mean, like, doing what puppies and kitties do. Not you all need to get at your minds out of the gutter.
But it will work though because they're all black.
My favorite.
Yeah. So, anywho, I forgot what I was saying because a dog was barking.
Oh, we're talking about the unfortunate.
Ciampa has music now. What do you think?
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, I was trying to find a filler word, but Mr. Blackmark and Ivan decided to shut me down.
So the first bad thing is the first bad thing is that he now has theme music. And the second thing is they haven't included him in WWE 2K19, which is weird. Like they did the whole roster reveal yesterday, and they put out a gameplay footage today, and he's nowhere on it. Him, Nikki Cross, there's a couple people that's missing. So I don't know if they're in the game or not, but how can you not have the NXT champion in the fucking game? But
wait,
never mind.
Okay, Patrick, let's be real. Let's put our business hats on right now. If you're WWE right now, and you're like, okay, well, let's put the roster on for available content for people to play, but we want to make money in a couple weeks also. We need to make certain people DLC, aka downloadable content for the people who don't know.
He was in last year's as a regular person.
But he was regular or DLC?
No, he was regular last year. This year, I think the DLC for NXT is probably going to be Ricochet, EC3, and probably War Raiders.
But I think they'll probably make Ciampa a DLC with the belts and like his whole gimmick. And
I would hope so.
Well, he came out with this beautifully cocky promo mocking the fans, kind of talking about everything, about Aleister Black's story arc of who injured him, which they've been going on for the past couple weeks, and they still touched on it this week, along with mocking the fans. It was entertaining. Definitely, that should be on the YouTubes somewhere. Check it out. You'll enjoy it. If you like Ciampa, watch it. And then we followed it up with another match with Shayna Baszler versus a up and coming. She is signed to NXT jobber called Violet Payne, and she received a lot of pain with her match.
That sounds like a fucking porn name.
It does, but Baszler literally killed this girl, like demolished her, put her in a compactor, and then threw her in a landfill. Like, it was awful, like what she did to her, to the point where Morrow's reference on commentary, I stuck with it. I wrote it in our notes that he called her the menace of NXT. It's an honorary quote and title that she is holding, because it was a rough match to watch in how brutal she was to this poor Violet Payne, which we'll probably see in the future. And then, of course, after that type of violent match they had to, balance it out with some comic relief with Heavy Machinery doing a little, I don't know, what do you call it? Like a selfie cam promo? I don't know, but Dozer or Dozovich has been embracing Chris Farley lately with his promos, and just he's literally what is his name on SNL? Mike
Foley.
Is it Mike Foley
Yeah,
that
Mike
lives in
Foley.
the van down by the river? Like that character is what he's embracing, and I laughed out loud alone in my apartment with my 2 cats, and I think it was a decent segment. But during him doing this comic relief moment, Ciampa ends up walking up to them from behind and says, "Hey, if you have something to say and you're accusing me, why don't you say it to my face?" type of confrontation. And then William Regal approaches out of nowhere and says, "Ciampa, I need to talk to you." And then the segment ends. I mean, I don't know what the point was of that, because they're trying to do a novella element with Aleister Black's conspiracy of who injured him situation. Whatever, they're going to keep carrying it on for the next 8,000 weeks. We'll see what happens. And then another promo. And they've been using the Undisputed Era in the same segment, in the same backdrop. The cameras are on them. They've filmed all of these spots within one timeline, and they just been distributing all of them throughout the past 4 weeks, I would say. So there was another one of the whole group talking about NXT in general, the tag team matches, and then Ricochet versus Pete Dunne. You know, I guess it ties into them because Adam Cole is the single competitor, and then Undisputed Era as of I'm forgetting everybody's name right now because of the alcohol, but Roderick Strong and O'Reilly for the tag team belts or whatever. You know, again, so it's so much. It was a kind of like a pointless time filler promo, just like what I'm saying right now is kind of pointless. So I'm just gonna move on. It was irrelevant, but we followed it up with a match also kind of irrelevant, because what's happening out of this except to build up these 2 wrestlers, which was Lars Sullivan, who is back from his broken jaw from NXT TakeOver Brooklyn. Not Brooklyn. It was Chicago. I think he had that catastrophe happen to him. Versus
when he sold when he sold Aleister Black's kick that didn't even touch him.
Yeah, but he actually did break his shit up. So I thought it was that match. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
The fans can tell me if I'm wrong. I don't care.
That's all right. I could beat Lars Sullivan up any day.
Yeah.
You know,
I believe it.
I want to be front row that day. Okay. Front row seats. Can you make it happen? Great. Awesome. He defeated Raul Mendoza, who did what he could, but come on. It's, again, another David and Goliath match. And they're pushing Lars Sullivan as the big man on NXT, the ogre of NXT, in my opinion. But, you know, it was what you would think it would be. I will say, Mauro did a great quote I had to write down because it made me laugh, and it would perfectly summed up this match. Mauro I quote him saying, "Some days you're the bug, and some days you're the windshield." I think we all just had it.
That's white. That's white as hell.
It's very white, but it's very visual, and it's very much. I think everybody understands that moment.
Oh my god, this LaCroix is disgusting.
It's pretty much like Pat is the bug and LaCroix is the windshield kind of moment. So
you know what? After drinking LaCroix, I would rather drink Malort.
Damn! Wow.
I think I would rather drink Malort.
That is, for all the fans out there listening, that is pretty bold of a statement made from Mr. Patrick Pryor, because he was not too happy about partaking in Malort for a second round.
Man, I wish I would have had the footage, but that wonderful sweet lady at the bar that had my phone didn't record it.
Yeah, if you ever want to go to a great bar,
oh no,
called Nice Lounge, you maybe want to think twice, because the people there don't know how to record footage.
Val,
they're
who is
wonderful
not me
people.
speaking when you listen to this.
They're
episode.
wonderful, not tech savvy people that hang out.
Well,
wonderful people.
It's like if you traveled back in time to 1975 when no one had ever played with a cell phone. That's the kind of people that hang out at. I'm just kidding. No, everyone was amazing at Nisei Lounge, and I hope to go back.
Yeah, I'm actually. I think I'm gonna go back this weekend.
You know what I love about Nisei Lounge?
What's that?
They used glass straws to prevent plastic straws polluting the oceans of the world, causing clogged up tortoises with nostril issues and all that shit. So
yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
Pat, did you ever see the cover of 666 Mafia when I think it was DJ Paul had a blunt going horizontally straight through the holes in his nose?
Yes, I did.
Speaking of nostril issues, but go on.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Wonderful music.
Well, there was another little interview segment between Pete Dunne and Ricochet about their champ versus champ match, which is going to happen next week. And let's just be real, you guys. That's what NXT is about, is these type of epic, unbelievable matches happening. And I look forward to it. It'll happen next week. Interviews were mediocre. Who cares about them? It was just a plug for next week's episode to get people tuned in. So look.
Oh, wow.
Patrick, did you hear that?
That was that bad cat. Bad night.
He would no. That was Mr. Blackmarket Ivan about like 40 steps away from the microphone.
Holy moly.
I am speechless. I don't. Anyways, I just have to move on from that moment. There was also a pointless, and the reason I even wrote this in the notes because I wasn't going to. A pointless moment, which of course we know if WWE is putting any content out, we know there's going to be shit ton of pointless shit on there. But there was this film style country / wannabe like Robert Rodriguez filming of, I don't know, like advertising the Forgotten Sons new tag team group.
Mm-hmm.
Why? I mean, literally, I wrote what I wrote is what I'm going to say. Why it was stupidly long and waste of time, and you could skip on your player 10 to 15 seconds forward because there was no point to it. I was annoyed by it. And then another, because NXT is just trying to fill the hour blocking of time slot that they have. A little, and okay, Mr. Black Market Ivan and I were at Full Sail University this past week.
Yeah, I saw that. Holy moly.
And we
big
got
announcements coming soon that we can't talk about.
Yes, but we were able to kind of get some sneak peeks of the venue, and they pretty much, which is who is Lacey Evans, Aaliyah, Deonna Purrazzo, and Dakota Kai. We're having a little kerfuffle, if you want to say.
That's a
in
white
the hallway. They were in the hallway with all the students that attend Full Sail University, talking about, you can't beat me and you're challenging me, stupid drama shit. That will be a match, I'm assuming, next week. It probably was announced, but I just tuned out at that point of the show. But that's going to be coming up either next week or in 2 weeks or 3 weeks or 4 weeks, however the fuck NXT does it. But again, you guys, another little backstage clip of Cassius Ohno walking into William Regal's office and saying everybody's passed him over and he's out of the limelight and that they got their eyes set on the next shining star or some shit like that. And how dare they not question him about what happened with Aleister Black and all that garbage. So we'll see what happens with Cassius Ohno. But remember, I told you guys to remind me to talk about this segment again because you're talking about Cesaro. and Chris Hero being paired up. Cassius was wearing a Cesaro and Kid shirt.
Wow.
And let's just be real. WWE does product placement and does little I don't know what you want to call them, but like Easter eggs, I guess, in the wrestling world of signs of the future that they plan to do. So the fact that Cassius Ohno was wearing that type of shirt, do you think there's going to be some, I don't know, maybe Cesaro, like let's just go back to SmackDown here, that they break apart Sheamus and Cesaro goes back to NXT for God knows what a reason and pairs up again with Chris Hero. Do you think that's a possibility?
I would hope. I think Cassius Ohno or Chris Hero, I think he needs a proper send-off. I know he just tweeted that he has now put in 20 years in professional wrestling, and I think that I think he needs to get called up. I think he needs to just have one. It don't have to be anything incredible, we're not putting a universal title on him, but yeah, let's bring him up and pair him up with a guy that he knows, with Cesaro or whatever, and give him a nice decent run. Don't have to be nothing crazy. Don't even got to win any belts. I mean, he's one of the legends that you would think, he's fought everyone that you can think of, all top guys, and it's kind of sad that he's on NXT and he's kind of at the Performance Center, kind of being like a trainer, But I would love to see him on the main roster, hopefully doing something incredible. We'd love to see matches with him and let's say like Samoa Joe. I think they would have great matches. So I don't know.
Danielle's having a hiccup attack. And I
was wondering, I was like, man, what, you didn't want to see that type of match?
I can't. I'm just trying to control myself.
And I just put 2 pizzeria pretzel combos in my mouth. So thanks.
That's wonderful. I got a pizza upstairs. I think I want to eat right after this podcast because now the munchies definitely kicked in.
From where?
It's a place called Max. New place I'm trying. I had one slice. It was not that bad. Not that bad. So we'll see how it go.
Well, I'm gonna do the best I can to close out the main event of NXT this past week. Hey, if I fit my my beautiful character of drinking on the show and becoming inebriated, I think I'm there right now. So,
yeah,
the main event, Bianca Belair, swoon, I love her, faced Nika. Oh wow. My
hey,
God.
Whoa, we don't say that word on here.
What type of shit?
Oh wow. Nikki, I forgot where I was at. Nika, what
Hey, stop saying it.
What the hell?
Yeah, but if Patrick knows what I'm saying, that's not bad. Niki.
Okay.
You guys are making.
You took note, right? You took a
note?
Yeah,
take notes.
Right.
No.
You're on the
okay.
List. You just made the list.
Okay, Patrick. Did it really sound like the bad word?
It's only been 7 months since Black History Month, and you think it's okay.
Okay, Nikki Cross. I swear, fans, it's the alcohol. I said. All right, the beautiful women of NXT, which I cannot say their names properly. They did a wonderful match. Wonderful. It unfortunately ended.
White people.
It ended with oh my God. It ended with a double count out, no contest ending. And they carried on the match onto the announcer table. I don't know. They kind of ran into it, and then Nikki Cross jumped off the announcer table, landing into Bianca with the refs and all that shit. And I'm sorry. Black Market Ivan is distracting me
I
by.
can tell you're bumping into the table.
I'm not bumping into the table.
I'm not sure what part of your body.
Because I'm not.
The whole table's vibrating.
I swear to the Lord, I am not.
You guys hear any bumping during her segment.
Oh, hallelujah. But okay. Long story short, it was a double count out, no contest, and they close out the night on them both being by the announcer table on the floor, pretty much. And that was NXT. So thank you, everybody, for sticking with Schedule for One Fall and listening to me ramble and hiccup while I get interrupted by the two males on the show.
You offended someone in the chat room.
Oh!
Yeah. M in the chat said NEEGA? What an unprofessional show. So you offended somebody.
Oh Good job. No, did it sound? I swear I said Nick. I meant to say
stop
Nikki.
It. Just stop. Stop. Don't say anything with the letter N anymore.
Don't
just
say
stop
anything with the letters N and I put next to it.
I didn't.
By the way, Danielle, by the end of the show,
I'm so the farthest from anybody saying
what are you
going
to say next? You have black friends? Is that what you're going to say next?
I do, though.
Danielle, what happened at the end of NXT that you were shocked to see?
At the end?
It's literally at the end of the notes. You wrote it.
Yes, you wrote it.
Oh, I did.
Drunk alert. Drunk alert.
Oh, it's been a long fucking day. Okay, ready?
Yes.
I almost got through NXT without seeing Izzy's bitch ass.
Come on. She's like 11.
Okay.
You know what, Pat? You know what it is? I am anti jump on the bandwagon and support everybody. I'm the negative Nancy. I'm a Virgo. My birthday just passed. I'm all about being analytical about everything in life, including somebody, even if she's a fucking kid, who's constantly on and the camera pans to her fucking stupid face every week on a TV show that I want to enjoy. So I am very upset that WWE keeps showing me this child that I just don't want to look at and don't want to acknowledge her existence. And I'm sorry that upsets you all.
WWE NXT is here at Full Sail Live at Full Sail University. And you can probably tell by the shirts who they're fans of. It's Jenny, Izzy, and Cody of Tampa, making this a family affair, family outing. The cool thing,
I'm gonna slap her in the fucking face.
The most fun thing about this is Izzy is officially Bailey's #1 fan, and we have proof of that. And
First of all, yuck.
Ask you all, did you decide to go to the matches, get involved even back in the day in FCW before it was NXT, and then to NXT? So I'm going to start with you, Cody. What was it like bringing the family?
So yeah, this is a little interview with Izzy and her family. We seem to have lost. There we go. There's Pat. Pat's back. So by the way, M in the chat room, Danielle says, I bet she's never even watched a single show on UPN.
Okay. First of all, that's such a Chicago thing to say, Mr. M.
I'll bet you've never even seen Homeboys in Outer Space.
I am gonna slap both Black Market Ivan and M in the chat because I believe I know who M in the chat is, and you both are gonna get a whooping from me once we get off air. Okay?
Is M Midnight?
No, Midnight is a beautiful, beautiful creature in my household that she will never. She is my baby. Like that's my first child.
I will say this: they did not bother me one time when I crashed on your couch.
You know why, Pat? Because they are my children, and why would my children do that to you? Because they are my children, and you're my friend, and they know that they should not ever fuck with my friends.
One of the last times they see me, though, I was completely drunk, and I held Midnight up in the air like Simba.
Yes, I remember.
So, you know, you never know. But yeah. So yeah. Holy shit. Yeah, I dropped out for some strange reason. I don't know, stupid iPhone.
You know what, Pat? You know what you missed? You missed Black Market Ivan playing some dumbass video that showed them interviewing Izzy. And who fucking cares? So you dropping out was at the proper moment.
Danielle, let me ask you a question, okay? This is gonna redeem you or shun you from the Black community, and this is a question from the M in the chat.
Yeah, I love the Black community. Don't shun me.
If at Hell in a Cell it was Marlon Wayans versus what's his brother's name?
Damon?
No, not Damon. Maybe Marlon Wayans. Marlon
They
Wayans
are all siblings.
Is Marlon Wayans their older brother?
Yes.
Why? Because he's Black?
No, Marlon's the youngest one. Keenan Ivory Wayans is the oldest.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Wait, the two Wayans brothers and Damon Wayans and Keenan Ivory are all brothers?
Yeah. You didn't know that?
See?
I didn't know that.
You see?
You know why?
Okay, and
you know why? Because
Black Market Ivan is saying I'm fucking racist.
So if
look at what he just fucking said. Okay,
if Sean and Marlon were at Hell in a Cell, who would win?
What's the question again? One more time.
If you know what? If all four Wayans brothers were in a Hell in a Cell match this Sunday on WWEnetwork.com, $9.99 a month, who would win?
As a personal opinion,
yes,
Damon all the way.
Why?
Have you seen his film history? Can you Wikipedia?
I know
him?
he, as Homie the Clown, he has that sock with coins in it or soap in it or whatever.
Yes. And did you ever watch Bulletproof? Come on. Where have
not.
you been? Patrick.
What? What about it? What?
Can you slap Black Market Ivan when you see him?
Well, you're seeing me right now. I'd just slap me right now.
I'd slap you, but it's considered domestic abuse, and I'd rather have another person from the outside slap you.
Wow,
so, guys, Hell in a Cell is this Sunday.
Yeah. Hell in a Cell, yes.
We have 11. We have half an hour. Let's see if our special guest will jump on in the last 30 minutes. We got the Hell in a Cell.
I don't think Q is gonna jump in.
But we should extend the.
I gave up.
Shoot him one more message because I'd love for him to help us predict.
So he will give his opinion about which Wayans brother.
Because you know what? After everything that Danielle's doing right now, we need to adjust the black to white ratio. In this room.
Wait a minute. I'm the only white person here right now.
Yeah, because Simon is half black. I mean, his name is
part of the
Black
RN,
Market.
You know, I'm part of the RN SOCOM 2 squad, Danielle.
And you know what's crazy? Seeing that I got my PlayStation now, 3 days ago, the first time I've talked to like a majority of them in like 8 years. So it was pretty cool to reconnect with some old buddies, and now we're all old and wrinkled and decrepit and stuff. It's crazy because one of the guys when we started playing SOCOM 2 was like 38. You do the math. That was back in 2000, whatever. So this guy's like in his 60s now or whatever the fuck, or close to it. I'm fucking old, man. Fuck.
I think I said this story back on I remember 2006. I think 2006 or 2005, 2006. I'm sitting at home. I'm playing SOCOM 3.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, after SOCOM 3 was there 4 or just Confrontation?
There was SOCOM 3, then there was Confrontation, and then 4 after that. So this is around Confrontation time.
Okay, so Confrontation came out. I jumped on. I bought it. I jumped online, and I was like, "Oh my god, I haven't played with you guys because I never played 3." And I jumped online, and I joined you guys, and we're sitting there playing, and we're having a good time. I'm like, "Oh, I haven't talked to you guys in a few years," and then you're like, "Man, so Simon, what's going on, man?" And I'm like, I just picked up a Nintendo Wii. And dude, your entire clan was roasting me for the duration of the match, buying a Wii. They're like, what is this guy, 5 years old? And I'm just like, oh, man. And that was the last time I played SOCOM 4 or SOCOM Confrontation. But then I played SOCOM 4 and that game sucked.
Yeah, that game sucked ass.
And Mag sucked too. So just Zipper.
Yeah,
what's the last game Zipper made?
SOCOM 4.
That's
and then they went out of business.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
So
unfortunately,
So with that said, Danielle's back. So let's have a.
Wait, why'd you say it was gone? I wasn't.
I did
gone.
not say you were gone. I just said you were back. So people are smart enough to assume that you were gone.
Why? Because I wasn't hiccuping and laughing.
You know, when you watch any old cartoon, a drunk person is always hiccuping, right?
Oh my god!
Isn't that funny? Mm-hmm. So, anyways, Hell in the
Cell
is this Sunday?
You know what? Who else is gonna do it? You, Pat, and Val are the most sober people on the show.
I'm drinking with you.
First of all, off the camera, well, not camera, but off the microphone, I get shit faced. Okay, so. Someone has to be, like restore some order. You can't. Everyone can't be drunk.
You know what? That's an advantage of me just watching and doing my portion of podcasting of submitting the small little blips of our show, because I can get trash, and I know you guys are gonna help pick up the pieces that I just shed off of my end. So yeah, I mean, I think okay, let me gather my words here. The fans who listen to us obviously like everything we bring to the show, and I guarantee you at least 2% of who listen to us enjoy the intoxication I bring to our podcast. So, I have to fulfill that criteria every week. So y'all gotta stop giving me shit about it.
No shit given. No shit given.
Okay, on that, I'm gonna pour myself another drink.
All right, Hell in the Cell.
Hey.
How about we start from bottom to the top? I guess what I will do is I will say the match, and everyone gives their thought of who is going to win, and we'll just do that one by one.
I like that idea.
How about this? You'll say the match name. We'll say who was going to win, and is it a piss break, a poop break?
Excuse me. What did you just say?
Or worth watching. Okay, go ahead, Pat.
Piss break, poop break, or worth watching. Okay.
I just made that up. I'm a genius.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. The combos bag.
This show has been brought to you by Pizzeria Style Combos. Listen, hold on.
This
Danielle,
bag is way too loud for the show.
Danielle, can I talk? Listen.
Wow.
This is way too loud. Okay, if I can get dirty looks all night about me knocking in the fucking table. Look at his ass. He's getting upset because I'm calling him out on making all these noises with this combo.
Go ahead, Pat!
All right. SmackDown Tag Team Championship, we have the New Day, which will probably be Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods, going against Rusev Day, which is Rusev and Aiden English. I'm going to go with New Day, and I think Rusev Day will break up, and this is a piss break match. Danielle?
Oh, I'm hoping for Rusev Day to win because, they're trying so hard, and we want to bring something new and fresh to the roster. So why not give the belts to these guys?
Yeah.
Black Market Ivan, are you gonna piss for 15 minutes, or are you gonna?
I think it's worth a match, worth a watch. I also hope Rusev and Aiden English win.
Yeah.
Wait,
I had something to drink, Danielle. Leave me alone.
Can you repeat everything you just said?
I think it's worth a watch, and I hope Rusev and Aiden English Guerrero win.
Oh my goodness gracious!
And New Day needs to break up because I'm bored of them.
Okay. All right, so next we have the Raw Tag Team Championship with Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre against Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose. I say this is a match worth watching, and I'm going to say Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre retain their tag team titles.
I agree.
So,
are you excited to see
Mr. Black Market Ivan?
I think I would like to see Rollins and Ambrose win because I'm a big fan of stables all having gold.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd like to see them win, but I doubt they're going to take it from Ziggler and McIntyre that fast.
Hey, you know what? McIntyre, as long as he's on my screen, I'm a happy girl, okay? And I know I'm going to speak for Val in this segment. She agrees with me as well. So if McIntyre and Ziggler have to have the belt to be on screen, then they should.
Interesting. Okay.
Claymore. You want to see his Claymore?
Next match.
I want to see everything. Okay.
Yeah. Next match: Daniel Bryan and Brie Bella
Piss
versus
break.
Piss break. Piss break. Piss break. Piss break.
I was gonna say poop break.
I
think
I'm gonna take a fucking shower, and my showers are fucking 45 minutes long. So that's how I feel about the fucking match.
I'll tell you that. I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with Daniel Bryan and Brie Bella. I think they're gonna pull it off.
I'm gonna go with who fucking cares.
Hey, that works too.
I'm not even gonna give an answer for this one. It's gonna waste of time. I hope it's in the kickoff show, but it won't be. He came out of retirement for this.
Yeah,
I know, it's so unfortunate.
Okay. Jeff Hardy versus Randy Orton in a Hell in a Cell. There's really nothing on the line here. I'm just going to say Randy Orton's going to win because he hasn't really done anything but do creepy shit throughout the whole feud. I think Randy Orton will go over. I think Jeff Hardy's going to take some time off. So I want to get a match to Randy Orton. Clandy Orton.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. So is there any rumors about Jeff being injured still? I'm assuming
he's going to be after he do a fucking swanton bomb off the Hell in a Cell.
Yep, that's going to happen. So I agree with you, Pat. I'm on the same page.
Yeah. Same. I think Randy Orton will win and should win, and that's the perfect way to quote-unquote break Jeff Hardy. Absolutely.
Because he's obsolete. I know that's not how you sing the song, but I don't care. But keep going, Pat.
Okay. Raw Women's Championship. Ronda Rousey versus Alexa Bliss. Ronda Rousey wins. No explanation.
Same. Ronda, I mean, come on. Besides her skill level, and not saying that Bliss is not skilled, it's no Ronda Rousey, that's for sure. They definitely have proven that in the past 6 months. So I agree with you on that. Ronda's gonna take it and run with it. More power to her. I think it'll be a fun match to watch because I like to watch her. I didn't think I'd say that, but she's good. So Ronda all the way.
I hate to cut you off, but I just got a message from Val from Hell. She said add her. So I guess we'll add her into the show, and this is the perfect time because she can plug all the Chicago update shit.
Yes.
Because I know about it, but she knows
Val
way more.
Val Capone, Val Suzuki Capone.
All right.
What do you think, Simon?
I think Alexa's gonna have she's not gonna win, but she's gonna come close to winning by doing a lot of cheating and hijinks. Because if she doesn't have the strength to beat her, she's gonna have the smarts to beat her. So, welcome everybody to the show, Val Capone.
Val, we're giving you a round of applause. I see your face, your beautiful face.
So, Val, we have 20 minutes for you to tell us about what's going on in Chicago. But first, give us a quick update. We're going to finish up the Hell in a Cell preview, and then we're going to do a Chicago update. Where are you at? What are you doing? And why are you consider it hell?
Oh, my God. Okay, so I'm not in a cell, but I was in hell. I had to bartend a private event at one of the venues I worked, and it started at 6 and it's supposed to go till 12:30, the last band, so I should have been done at 1:30. But my GM is amazing, and he knows that I got a busted ankle right now, so he cut me early, But he wanted me to make some money, so he kept me on as long as he did, as opposed to cutting me so I could do the show with y'all. That's okay.
Cool. That's cool. Money's always good.
It's not, it's really not when you're making change for $100 repeatedly and you're getting tipped $0 repeatedly. When there's comp drinks and people tip $0, guess what? Is that in your fun facts, Danielle? That you should go fuck yourself if you don't tip on free drinks? I think it should be.
Guys. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Danielle's drunk as shit, Val, so she probably can't even hear you. That's how drunk she is.
Wait, no, I can hear everything she's saying, okay? Val Capone is the number one in my eyes, okay? I am completely aware of what she's saying right now. So I would appreciate if you stepped off my fucking intoxication, Mr. Patrick Pryor.
Okay. They made me wear a shirt with sleeves. That's what level of hell I'm on, you guys.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's the first time I've seen Val with sleeves on.
I don't like it.
That's true. You know what, Val? It is kind of weird, and I'm uncomfortable seeing you with sleeves on.
But guess what I'm drinking, guys? BCA.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Okay. I feel better.
Promptly to your and my favorite lounge on the north side. I'm going to go to Nisei Lounge, park my car. I've got a permit for overnight, so this is happening. I'm going to drink probably all the Malort that they have in the building.
Yes.
And I'm just, you know what? I'm just not going to go to the gym tomorrow because fuck it. So I'm going to go to Hangover City. That's where I'm going to live until I work the Cubs game, which is now a night game tomorrow night. But this weekend in Chicago, very, very important. I'm super, super excited. I don't know. Did you guys touch on this at all?
No, not yet.
It's all you.
Oh, okay, cool. So this weekend, there is Lakeview Taco Fest on Southport Avenue between Addison and Addison and Roscoe. And at the corner of, I believe, at least it was last year, Southport and Cornelia, there is going to be lucha. I'm so excited. And not only am I excited that there's wrestling a few blocks away from my house on a street when it's beautiful out, but I get to be the jerk on the microphone. So I will be your ring announcer for Sunday's Freelance Underground and Gali Lucha Libre partnership that they're doing for Taco Fest. Very excited. It starts promptly at 5 p.m., so do not be late because the matches that we have are awesome. There's a triple threat match, and there's a women's singles match, there's men's singles match, there's a tag team match, there's the Freelance Independent Championship, which is currently held by Pat Monix, is going to be defended against, if I'm not mistaken, GPA. So what? Everybody loves Pat Monix.
Oops, my shit is loud. Hold on.
Shit is loud. Everybody loves Pat Monix because how could you not? And everybody loves to hate GPA because hashtag GPA. But yeah, so that's going to be really good for the Freelance Underground Independent Championship. And then the Freelance Heavyweight title is on the line as well. And it's currently held by Craig Mitchell, who is a fucking badass, like Mondo heel. And he's facing off against Roy Flash Gordon, who used to be part of Superiority Complex, but he's on a singles tear now. He's killing it. He's ripping up the Chicago scene, all over the Midwest, actually. He was just in Minnesota. Like, he's doing great. So that belt is also on the line. And it's exciting because you never know what's going to happen because it's like a street festival. And so is the sun going to fuck with people? Is drunk, yuppies or little kids like banging on the mat? I mean, it's going to be really, really cool. Like, Lainey Luck. Oh, I love her. She's one of my favorites. You should follow her on Twitter at Lainey Luck, not Lady Luck. Lainey Luck. And she is amazing. She's from Kansas City originally, and she just recently relocated to Chicago. So keep an eye on her. She'll be there on Sunday. It's just going to be a really good show. If you miss it, you're fucking up. Like Rough Crossing versus Tony Naz. Like who's not going to enjoy that? Like Marcus Crane is tagging with Isaiah Velasquez, who is currently the freelance wrestling world champ. So that's like a crazy pairing. I'm super excited to see. But yeah, you guys should come out. Come say hello, whether you're a neckbeard or not. If you're a lady, Mark, especially come say hello. I won't be wearing a Miller shirt.
No. We will not be wearing Miller Lite because, we just don't support them in our podcast.
No, we do not. But anyway, yeah, come out. So let's talk. Are you guys all the way through Hell in a Cell?
No. So Ronda Rousey versus Alexa Bliss with 15 minutes left to go. What do you think?
I kind of feel like they're going to keep it on Ronda, and it's going to be like Ronda versus Nikki for Evolution, but that's just my feeling.
Nice.
That's our next pay-per-view that actually matters because, women can't wrestle in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, yep. Thank you. I'm gonna.
Well, the next one is
Superstar. I'm gonna clap for that. Thank you, Val, for speaking up.
All right, what's next on the card?
Well, actually, the next one is Superstar Showdown. That's in Australia. I think women are wrestling on that, but still, I had to make a point.
Yeah, but they're wrestling against dingoes.
Ooh, yeah, and Tasmanian devils if we're lucky, but not Emma.
Pat, what's next on the card, Pat?
Oh shit, yeah. No, my bad. I was kind of.
There goes my.
I was caught.
We got a whole other meeting for Down Under in the Uso Penitentiary. Oh,
I think we.
Yeah, my bad. I just had a surreal moment because that was the first time I've heard my song in the video game, so I had to listen to it.
Oh wow, how was that?
So that shit was dope. Like I almost want to cry, but I'm too high to cry.
Congratulations again. I'm gonna download the demo to
holy shit. Okay, oh yeah, we have Charlotte Flair versus Becky Lynch for the SmackDown Women's title. I'm pretty sure
Piss break next.
What? Why would you ever say that?
Val's reaction because I see that videotape.
Both Val and I
so fast.
I think Val and I both emotionally and serendipity and spiritually are on the same page here, okay?
Okay, I'm just kidding.
You cannot fucking do anything. You cannot piss, you cannot shit during this fucking match, okay?
So who's gonna win, Val?
I really, of course, I always want Charlotte to win everything forever and all time. I think that they might give it to Becky because, I mean, they're going to face off against each other at Evolution. And I think if Becky doesn't win this time, she's winning at Evolution easily. But I think Charlotte picked the belt back up to go in towards Royal Rumble into Mania season. It just makes sense. But I think... especially with Becky coming out dressing all hipster goth, the crowd was really behind her and they're really digging on Becky more than Charlotte, which is awesome and disturbing all at once. So Becky, I guess. I mean, I pick Charlotte, but I think Becky will win.
Same. I am with you 100%, Val. I think they'll give it to Becky and then they'll build up another match for Evolution, giving it back to our beloved Charlotte, who we know, I mean, not to hate on Becky, but we know Charlotte is the queen here. She dominates every time. So I agree. Becky right now, and then Charlotte for Evolution.
How about Charlotte forever? Lucian. See what I did there?
Charlotte can just walk into my bedroom and lay down on my bed, and we'll see what happens.
Neckbeard alert. Neckbeard alert.
Neckbeard alert.
I think I would like
Simon can take a leave of absence, and we'll see what happens.
I think the same thing. I think Charlotte will win, and they're gonna keep Becky stewing, and then she'll win at Evolution. Pat, thoughts?
Same thing. Charlotte will win. And then they will fight again at Evolution. I think Becky will get it then.
I think it's reversed. I think Becky's going to win here because Hell in a Cell and Charlotte's already been in the cell and Becky hasn't. She's like the fuck.
You know what's funny? Okay, Val. They are calling me out on my intoxication right now, but
That's fair.
They were wrong, and me and you are on the same page. We both think Becky's gonna win, and then Charlotte's gonna get the title at Evolution, and they both their fucking asses just said that that Charlotte's gonna win and Becky's gonna get the belts at Evolution. Come on, let's be real.
No.
They are the ones far intoxicated than we are.
Definitely than we are.
I mean, I apologize. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
What's that? We have 9 minutes.
If anybody's listening right now, I apologize.
It's okay. Next match. Samoa Joe and AJ Styles. I'm gonna go with Samoa Joe.
Joe.
Yeah.
I yes, Samoa Joe all the way.
Mr. Black Market.
Ivan, we're waiting for you.
Is this gonna be a Hell in a Cell match too? No, right?
No, I think this is just regular. This is a night match.
I think Samoa Joe has to win, or all of his mental terrorism will be for naught.
All of its street cred.
Yeah, it's a first ever night match.
Also, Daniel, what are you drinking? Out of curiosity.
Wait, me? I am. First of all, I okay.
What are you drinking?
Stout. I saw somebody just drinking a stout because I need to teach you how to moderate if you're drinking stouts.
Okay, no. I just have a low caloric intake today.
Okay.
And I decided to do a red blend by the Troublemaker brand.
Oh.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So I'm if we break it down, I'm like at the $900 caloric intake today. So I think that's why I'm very affected, because I'm not at the caloric intake I should be at. But you know what? Hey, it's given us good entertainment.
So we got Braun Strowman in the cell with Roman. We've got Spermicide Clandy Orton in with Jeff Hardy. And Charlotte and Becky. Is that correct? Ronda and Alexa are not in the cell, right? I think there's only 3 Hell in a Cell matches, right?
Everyone just let Val keep asking questions and don't answer.
So, okay.
I don't know.
I'm going to be the casual.
Yeah, just for one Val.
Wait, I'm going to be the casual viewer here.
Yes, 3 matches.
Wait, okay. So, why are not all the matches in a...
Because WWE.
No, but why are they not on the cell?
I know, because it's WWE. TNA had Lockdown, where every match was in a cage.
Wait,
this is called...
So what matches are in the cell?
Puppy Pound versus Braun Strowman, Charlotte versus Becky, and Jeff Hardy versus Randy Orton, and Pat has left the show.
Clandy Orton. Oh, Pat. He went to the pound.
You know what?
Okay. 5 minutes left. I'm going to take over, okay? Universal Championship, Hell in a Cell match.
Right. He said you need to invite him. He got bumped.
I did. I just invited him.
Okay.
Roman Reigns versus Braun Strowman in a Hell in a Cell match. Hopefully what happens on the poster of Roman Reigns being, for some reason, a demon and with a forked tongue licking Roman Reigns head to toe is not going to actually happen.
Intern was stoned as shit and made that poster. Like,
yeah.
Good junior high art project after you went to State Fair and got fucking tripping balls high as shit and won like a Journey Coke mirror. Like, that's what it looks like to me.
God. So who's gonna win? Pat? Who's gonna win? I mean, I know you represent the puppy pound, but who do you want to win? Who's gonna win?
I want to say Roman, but it's definitely going to be Braun. The Dogs of War will have all 3 dog tags, and
are they going to own the pound?
I think they're going to own the pound for a little bit until at least Royal Rumble or something like that.
Here's the cool thing: you could honestly, even though you want Roman to win, you could just say, "I want Roman to win," and nobody will know because their names rhyme.
Yeah,
that's true. That's true.
That is true. But I think Braun Strowman will become the WWE champion. I mean, look, he had the Saudi Arabia belt, and for some reason he never wore that.
Because it's super unattractive and because it's obnoxiously huge, even more so than any other huge belt.
Yeah,
and because he would go to jail if he wore that belt in the presence of any woman, including his own mother.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. Anyway,
we have taken. Hold on. Hold on. We have taken belt from Strowman for wearing next to dirty
I don't know if
infidel woman.
The that's racist moment of the show.
They're racist, so I can say it.
That's racist.
Oh my god.
That's
I hope Strowman wins, but at this point, I mentioned earlier in the show, I like when stables hold all the gold. So if Rollins and Ambrose take the tag titles, then I want Roman to keep his belt so that there's 3 guys with 3 belts. I like that type of stuff.
Oh yeah, for sure, but I don't think that they're gonna. I think that it's like would be really. Strowman needs and deserves that belt. I mean, none of them need that belt at this point, but you know what I mean. Like the fact that he hasn't held like a serious actual title.
Mm-hmm.
He not deserves because like Charlotte said, you don't deserve shit until you win it, but I think the fans want to see him get it, and I think that like Dolph being like the smarmy, like, hey guys, hey, I'm chopping on my gum, and then like Drew McIntyre being pretty much the sexiest human being that's ever walked the planet.
See, I knew it would come back full circle. Thank you, Val, for
like
inferring
gay, nobody cares. They just want Drew. Like everybody wants Drew.
What would you do if he had a more wardrobe malfunction and his Claymore came out?
I cannot. I will have to
drunk
take
people.
a moment.
Okay, minute and a half left. Val, I'm sorry that our time with you is short, but thank you for jumping on. Taco Fest. Sunday. Freelance Underground. Val's announcing. Come out and support it.
You got it, Neckbeard. Please go out there and watch.
Everybody loves a good taco fest.
Yeah, and not those type of tacos, you neckbeards.
What? Who? Why are you guys deflecting from future taco excursions?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Val,
from my future taco excursions, okay?
So guys, with this is the last show of our 20s. Next week will be episode 30. Last word, Val, how would you describe in one sentence the first 30 episodes of Scheduled for One Fall?
Man, I love BCAAs more than I love hangovers. No, I don't know. The first 29 episodes, I would say they've been 25.
Pat,
25. 25. Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
What you got, Pat? One sentence to describe the first 29 episodes.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, dazed and confused, like I am now because I'm high.
Daniel?
Oh my god, I got a puppy. It's a puppy pound.
Oh my god. Danielle, how would you describe the first 29 episodes in one sentence?
Rememberable?
That's a word, for sure.
I think what she meant was a slurry and a flurry of informational fun.
I would say it's been a long year, but this show got me through it.
Yeah.
Well,
and I hope it got our fans through it with their commutes, on their long days, when they're sitting at home alone, crying in a puddle of their own blood and piss. you know, I hope
weird. That's so weird.
I hope it got you guys through. So guys, on that note, Val, thank you so much for jumping on, and thank you for showing us the puppy on the video. Pat, thank you as always for editing everything.
Not that kind, Jerry the King.
Thank you, Danielle. Thank you for endorsing Troublemaker Red Blend wine, and I will see you guys.
And I didn't hang up.
Yay!
So I'm gonna hang out first. Bye.